This is our annual event to explain to members what has been going on in the Trust, present some of the highs of the year and also some of the challenges of the year. And we were delighted that about 100 members were able to attend and join us for the event.
Today we've been demonstrating our innovative lab kit, which is just behind me, having lots of conversations with the members and demonstrating the abilities of what can be for the future of pathology.
The bag is an environmentally controlled device and contains a flexible array of analyzers that are all designed for use, mostly with finger prick blood samples in the patient's home. We can have results from a patient's home into a server in a hospital in seconds. This gives a paramedic an ability to make a decision in a patient's home whether to convey to A&E or not. And any reduction in conveyance has obviously got a financial benefit as well as a patient benefit, much preferring to be treated in their own home.
I'm here introducing our electronic medical record, which is basically about moving away from paper-based forms to digital forms so that the clinicians can view them on screen. And that means that more than one doctor can look at your medical records at any one time.
We've been invited here to the AGM to give a taste of the patient's food to the people who came here today so they could get an insight in what we serve to the patients. We're very proud of what we do. We've had some very good feedbacks from the patients. Our surveys have always been well taken.
But now we want to share with you, our broader audience, what we've been doing over the last year. Thank you.
Tonight I'm going to talk to you about the composition of the Council of Governors, a couple of changes that we're making to the Constitution which are required to be put before members at this annual meeting, and then I'm going to summarise the activities of the Governors of the Trust which have taken place over the last year. One of the changes to the Constitution of the Trust that I'm going to be talking about is a change to the public constituencies. Two constituencies are going to be merged. Because public constituencies are governed by the percentage representation of outpatients, and in a couple of cases those percentages have fallen below the required levels. So as a consequence we've had to make some amendments. The changes have already been made and the Health and Social Care Act requires that they get presented to the annual meeting.
Like much of the NHS, it was a particularly challenging year last year, particularly high levels of activity. However, we reported strong financial performance with a small deficit of just under £1 million, and that compares well with the majority of other trusts. At the end of quarter one, we're in a break-even position for this year. That gives us a really sound base looking forward, and I know we can meet the challenges that face us.
We're presenting tonight the Orthopaedic Supportive Discharge Team.
This Orthopaedic Supportive Discharge Service enables patients to return to their usual place of residence at an earlier stage following their operation of their hips or other orthopedic procedures.
This has proved to be very successful as patients recover much quicker within their home setting. The Orthopaedic Supportive Discharge Team is multidisciplinary, consisting of a physiotherapist, occupational therapist, therapy assistants and a nurse. By patients going home earlier, it reduces their length of stay, it prevents a further move to another hospital for further rehabilitation, therefore also releasing beds within Ashford and St Peter's.
In this, my first annual members meeting as the Chief Executive, I was really pleased to be able to describe the focus that I've had throughout this year, which has been on what we describe as #right culture, how we have been working together, what the vehicles are that we've been using to put that culture in place. We've also been working on an open dialogue, and we have been doing a lot of work using video, using Twitter, Facebook, to connect the team up, describe some of our challenges and work more strongly together. So the things that we've been working on are to reinforce the message to speak up and speak out safely. That is enabling us to have open and honest conversations when we're concerned about things or when things go wrong. Some of the improvement work that we've focused on has been fantastic, and we've seen the junior doctors mobilising the One Small Thing campaign. One of the other things that we've done this year is to really think about how we celebrate the achievements that we've made. And we've been thinking about how to build our reputation, both locally and on the international stage. And let's not forget that we had that fantastic result from our CQC inspection when we were rated good. And we also won the CHKS Quality of Care Award for 2015. Fantastic. Looking forward then, well, we've got to wait and see how the proposed merger goes with the Royal Surrey County Hospital. At this point, we're still waiting for the outcome of the Competition and Marketing Authority's decision. We're doing the work with the local commissioning authority, North West Surrey, to see, well, what are the other strategic options that are open to us. Of course, the last thing is that we're preparing now as we come towards the end of the summer, thinking about the winter. And of course, last year we had a very challenging winter. I think we learned a huge amount from that. And I feel really reassured around the quality of the work that our local partners have done, particularly in terms of reflecting on what their role in that situation was. And I think that we have got some really good plans coming together with them. And I'm really confident and hopeful that we'll have a much better winter. So to all our members and stakeholders, thank you for taking the time to watch this message. I hope you found it useful and reassuring, and thank you for your continuing support.